I'm struggling because I'm trying to do too much in this video. I'm trying to use too many things, and I'm trying to create a meaningful photograph, and I'm trying to convey all of that over to you. Today I've come out with the express intention of getting a great mushroom photograph, and the reason behind it is I want it to be the feature of a card, a birthday card for my son, who, well, let's not go too far there, but let's just say I'm largely estranged from my children, and I rather hope that a handmade, as it were, gift was going to make some kind of difference. I'm not holding my breath, I can assure you. Why a mushroom? Well, he doesn't like them. We kind of used it as a family joke for many years. He just does not like mushrooms, or rather he won't eat mushrooms. And I hope he finds them nice to look at, but as for edibility, he would always err on the side of all mushrooms are poisonous. I both love and hate mushroom season. I love it because there's so many opportunities, and this year an absolutely bumper season. They're everywhere. You walk through the woods, you can't avoid them. Part of the problem actually, because you're stepping on them and damaging them so often. What I hate about it is the fact that throughout my life I've had difficulties with my knees, my ankles and such, and basically getting down and crushing that joint, or moving that joint between the foot and the ankle and the knee, and putting that pressure down there hurts like hell after a while. Sometimes I can do it for ages, but it's just little stints I have of it, and this is something that seems to have unfortunately gone on to my son as well. I don't know whether he has a problem with the of the kneeling, but he does have leg pain, which when I was his kind of age I had an awful lot. We called it growing pains back then, and since told that there's no such thing, but actually I think yeah, that was medical professionals telling us to shut up. Anyway, what we have here is a very convoluted setup. The year I've got with me today is well, it's more than I would normally carry. It's more than I want to normally carry, I've got to be honest with you, but you know, if you want to make an impression, I suppose. I spotted these tiny little mushrooms from, well, quite a way away. I mean, you can see the gear is there somewhere, and I was kind of wandering beyond these dens over on this side, and they just, well, they were bright against a dark background, or darker background, and of course, therefore, you know, that's what I'm struggling here, aren't I? Because I'm trying to include too much shit in this video. Okay, so this is probably only the third or fourth video clip that I've seen, and already I'm struggling because I'm trying to do too much in this video. I'm trying to use too many things, and I'm trying to create a meaningful photograph, and I'm trying to convey all of that over to you, and I don't think I'm doing a good job. I think I'm sacrificing various things, and particularly the concentration on the photograph, which is really the intention for coming out, and I've brought too much stuff with me. So very quickly I'm going to tell you what I have, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. I have an Adaptalux macro kit with me, or macro lighting kit. This was very kindly sent to me by Adaptalux a week or so back. Amazing thing. I'm not going to talk about it a whole lot more. You may see it in use, I don't know. Early days in the video recording stage here. Oh, we've got a dog. Hello, dog. Yeah, I'm just going to try and keep it simple and all about the images. I'm not normally keen on shooting clusters of mushrooms. I'd like to keep things really very, very simple. But it's certainly true that they do provide, I suppose, various opportunities without going too far, because if there's a couple of clusters in close proximity as there are kind of there behind me, then you can get different compositions really quite easily just by moving an inch or two, and I think that's what I'm going to kind of do here. I've got one particular mushroom which works beautifully on its own and I can isolate lovely, but I think it also works with a very soft background of other very kind of distinctly shaped mushrooms, and particularly if we light them properly, I think there's something that I can achieve with that. So I'm going to come off camera and play a little bit with this and see what happens. So I've spent probably 15 minutes, perhaps longer, trying to get both a composition for this and the lighting set up. And if you look down there, then there's quite some convoluted lighting. Let me talk you through some of it. So 2 LED lights on this, on a couple of arms. The one that's coming over the top is just providing what we might call a bit of ambient light. It's just kind of overall light, and it's stopping the tiny little mushrooms over the back here from kind of catching no light at all. I've got a piece of aluminium foil just acting as a tiny reflector. It's great stuff to use out here with a light, or actually even with natural light, in that you can completely mold it to a surface. So I've just kind of got it sitting in the crop of this old stump here. It kind of just works, and then there's the main light coming in, giving the subject just that little bit of light. Well, a bit more than a little bit of light, really. I'm not sure. I've focus stacked this, and I don't know whether it's all sharp. So let's have a quick look.
A few moments later.
It's actually sharp enough. There's a little bit of softness at the extremities of it, which is absolutely fine for this kind of photography. I don't want it absolutely crisp. The one thing that I'm a little challenged by is that there is a tiny little mushroom that's just catching some of the light from my main subject light, and I've moved it about a bit, and I don't think I can do much with it. Actually, there's a fly on top of that mushroom now. Let's just... So I've got 2 compositions out of this, but there was many more, but I'm going to give up because light's fading. Now I need ambient light to set up an image. I mean, I suppose I could use a torch or one of the other panel lights I've got, but I suppose there's only so much I can do, and I don't want to work in the dark particularly. Now the second shot I've got, you can see down here behind me, is that same mushroom completely isolated, and what you may be able to see here is there's a bit of, where is it, there's a, is it there? No, it's there somewhere, but that's a piece of tin foil, and I'm now using it as a kind of background to provide a kind of pseudo light in the distance, the kind of light coming through the trees, kind of a couple of specular highlights and such, and it's really rather nice. I've got one of the little LED arms pointing at it, so I'll show you that one in a moment. And that image, probably, I'm not sure that's going to go on a card. I've got a thought that I might print it and give it as a present to him as well. And Lord knows what's going to happen. I'm conscious or cautious of spending the kind of money, particularly on something that's easily breakable. If it's not met with the intention it's given, then I don't know what to do. But this time last year things were bad, and I'm trying to make things better. Yeah, this time last year things weren't great, and yeah, I did something quite stupid which didn't help anything. Well, I suppose it would have helped me if it would have happened, but I'm still here talking to you, so you can imagine what I'm talking about. This year I'm trying to make things better. Whether or not I'm going to achieve that, I really don't know. Everything I've done so far seems to have just made things worse because people are entrenched in their own beliefs. Well, if you're not prepared to open your mind to things, I suppose that's kind of what happens, isn't it? And I say that as we learned today that Donald Trump has won a second term in office. I never thought I'd say that. So who knows whether anyone will ever get to actually see this video. Well, they will, because he doesn't actually get into office until January. But if we make it to next year, anyway, morbidity, joking such aside, I also found another mushroom which is kind of just down here. You can just about see it. I'll get down to it here. Look, it's where is it? Come here. It's just here. Well, this is definitely my last shot. We've lost so much light here now. I think sunset has either passed or it's very close. Not that we'd noticed the sunset today, I can assure you of that, because we haven't seen the sun. It's just been kind of water-wall cloud, a little bit of mist, but not a lot. You can see I'm being lit up over here, look, shadow, and that's because I have a panel light going on down here. I also have, let me come back this way, you can see, so there's also two of the tentacle lights, the Adaptalux lights running on this. I've got a couple of shots on it. It's taken me a long while to kind of work with this, because, well, partly is when I moved the whole rig, my trigger fell off, and I was searching through the undergrowth for a bit for that as well. And I luckily found it quite quickly, I suppose. But yeah, panic sets in, doesn't it, when you lose little bits of equipment that are difficult to find. Anyway, I've got a couple of interesting images of this mushroom here as well, so I will end on that. I'll put that image up, and we'll see whether he likes his card. Lord knows. Take care. Wish me luck.